So this is Shanghai Girls week 2, and there's a specific line I wanted to talk about because I thought it was just a really interesting line to point out. Now I can't even find it. But, it was, Pearl was talking to May and said they're refugees, and May frowns as she takes that in. I think that line really emphasizes their fall from grace and how sheltered they'd been from the real world. Like, May, up until this point, has not really had any struggles, and because she's like the favorite daughter, blah, blah, blah. And so I think this is really hitting her hard. And then they referred to people as the dwarf bandits, and I wasn't really sure who that was. I honestly don't even have a guess, but I wasn't really sure who they were referring to there. And there was another line in the following page that says, "But when every single bomb missed its target and falls harmlessly into the Wangpu, cheers turn to booze." I thought that was really interesting because it seems like these people of Shanghai who are really rich and like aren't really involved in the real world, I guess. It kind of shows the world that they used to live in. Like, the people of Shanghai want this war, but they don't want to be a part of it. So it's almost like a rich man's war kind of deal, but like a poor man's fight. So it's just interesting to see that they like see this as a sport almost. Also, the bomb going off and like May or Tommy dying, that whole scene was just really graphic and like, whoa, shocking. And they've talked about some kind of graphic things so far, like the feet binding and stuff, but I just thought it was really powerful of like to go from that line of like them, like the rich people booing because the bomb's missed, to like all of a sudden Tommy's head is like off. I just thought it was a really powerful and effective way to show like this tragic event. And I also think someone mentioned it in their video last week of like Pearl and May switching their years of birth. So like Pearl is going to learn how to become a sheep and May is going to learn how to become a dragon. And so I think this event kind of started May's journey into becoming the dragon. And then, so they get a visit from the Green Gang, and I wasn't really sure who that was, like who they work for, where are they from, what's the significance of the name. So green to me just implies like greed, money, wealth. It's kind of the vibe I get. So I feel like they're definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're, oh my God, I can't think of the word, but like they want money basically. And I was wondering if they are like a historically known gang, like if it's a real thing or if it's something just made up in the world, because I've not heard of them, but I was wondering if that was a real person. And later down on the same page where they mention the Green Gang, one of the members says, "We like beautiful girls," and I just thought that was really creepy and like not really something worth mentioning, but like I just thought it was creepy. And then I think Pearl has gone through a lot of hardships in her life, like not being the like famous daughter, not famous, favorite. And she had this whole fantasy about being with ZG, and then she gets sold to her husband and ZG doesn't love her. And then ZG leaving was just like really hit in a way that was like, Pearl is gonna have to go through with this marriage and like see her husband, and like she's never gonna have that life with ZG, which is really tragic. And then so now I'm on to chapter Moon Sisters, and I was wondering if I'm pretty sure this is like a common legend or story that people tell, like folktale. Obviously there's symbolism in like them being the sisters that are mentioned in the story, but I was wondering like what the moon would symbolize and why they are talking about the moon, I guess. And then I think Baba abandoned them because they're talking about how Baba had different contacts and friends he was going to to like help get money and stuff. And I think just with the way their father's been acting, he's been acting so detached from them almost, that I think he left. I think he's gone. Maybe he'll come back, but I don't feel good about it. And then I highlighted the, oh, where is it? I can't find it now. But basically it was like they're showing this wheelbarrow boy. I think that was what his title was, but they said they're like above the rickshaw boys or the pullers, but lower than something else. And so I think them like thanking him and like being kind to him is just growth and like showing that there's some humility left in them now that they're like fallen so far. They're appreciating the people that can and will help them. And currently in my copy of the book, I'm on page 73. So I've been reading a little bit slow, but I can't wait to read the rest.